Hello everyone, this is Maurice and my wife Diane. Today we're talking about money matters, and particularly we're talking about timeshares and the reason why not to get involved with a timeshare. Timeshares are places where you go and then you listen to these spills on how you should take out a timeshare. You can go vacation at different places around the country or sometimes even around the world, depending on what timeshare you're getting involved in. But as far as I'm concerned, I think it's a bad idea. Do you know any good reason why you should get a timeshare?
You know, when we were talking about this earlier, I tried to figure it out, and I really, after studying timeshares, because we don't own one, after studying timeshares, I really couldn't find any good benefits to it. So that's just my take on it.
Not one good reason as far as I'm concerned. First off, you got high upfront fees. Those fees can cost you a whole lot depending on where you want to vacation at and where you want to vacation to. Diane will talk about those fees in a minute. Also, you have the high maintenance, which she also will hit on. But I'm here to tell you about the pressure that they try to put on you when you go to sit down and they try to sell you a timeshare. These are high pressure moments. And they don't want to let you out the door until you sign on the dotted line.
Absolutely.
Oftentimes they'll start off, if you are like a person that you really don't want to do it, they'll start off at one price point. Before you know it, they'll bring it down because all that's built in. And if you won't take the original price they offer you, sometimes they'll lower it. This is part of their trap on how they can get you caught up, and you will be paying maintenance fees for the rest of your life.
Right.
Rest of your life. Who wants to pay anything for the rest of your life? You actually want to not get caught up in a situation where you are locked in for the rest of your life.
And you know, you were speaking about being locked in for the rest of your life and not accepting the price that was offered initially. But when you look at the price that timeshares actually cost, they cost anywhere for an average condominium or timeshare property, $16,000 to $25,000. And that's for two to every now and then a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom timeshare residential property. For a luxury timeshare, you're looking at anywhere from $100,000 to $250,000. Now that is not including the maintenance fees, the other alternative fees. You're looking at property taxes, you're looking at insurance, and those maintenance fees will elevate or increase yearly. And that's not incorporated. And when you break that $16,000 to $25,000 financial cost for you to lease that property, because you'll never own it. When you look at that, you're looking at a monthly fee of $307.
Wow.
That's for the average timeshare property. For the luxury timeshare property, you're looking at anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 a month, excluding your taxes, excluding your maintenance fees, and maintenance fees generally start at $1,000 minimally. So when you look at the fact that you are spending that much money and you're not actually buying that property, if you look at the amount of money that you're spending, you could buy a residential property in any of the 50 states.
That's correct.
For $250,000, for $400,000, and depending on what your interest rate is, will determine your monthly cost, and that is up to you whether or not you include your taxes and insurance. Some people do, some people don't. But when you look at the fact that you are buying this property to be able to at some point own the property versus getting a timeshare property and leasing it, because you're leasing it with 40, 50, 60 other people. And at that point, you're not even going to live in it except maybe a week at a time.
That's correct. And you know, when you look at a timeshare, it's kind of like leasing or renting. You know, if you're renting an apartment or you are leasing a car, those are some no-nos, because those are the type of things where you're going to be constantly putting out fees and money every month, but you never own it.
Right.
You never have it where it's like, okay, when will this stop? It will never stop. This is going to go on forever. So, and then oftentimes that's why you see what people are trying to sell their timeshares for $1. They just want to get out from under the pressure of that timeshare. And so they sell it for $1, but you can't sell that timeshare until after you pay off the initial fee.
Well, Maurice, do you think that at some point or time that you would be able to pass this on to your children as a legacy or another family member?
Well, I wouldn't say legacy, I'd say more of a curse. So if you put this out there, it's going to be like, listen, your kid's going to be locked in for that maintenance fee. And I wouldn't want to have my kids locked in on something, a mistake that I made.
Right.
So I wouldn't, as far as putting it out there and then it passes on to the kids, that to me is a no-no. And the people that have called me and asked me about timeshares, for me, timeshares is a no-no.
For us, timeshare is a no-no.
You got that right. At all costs, avoid timeshares. This is Money Matters once again. Thank you.